Hey, speaking of protesters, have you seen what's happened in Iran? The protesters are on our side. First time ever. They're on our side. In fact, they put this big American flag on the street. And the Iranians, thousands and thousands of Iranians, were supposed to walk on it and trample it and step and beat the hell out of it. Every one of them went around that flag. They like Trump. They like you.
What's up, JoJo? How you been, brother?
But they like us. They like us. They haven't seen anything like that in a long time. They went around, you said, they went around the flag. They didn't want to touch it. They love America. They love our country.
You're needing a bull piece, you were saying the other day?
That's called progress.
What kind of, an 18 mil, you said?
But the Democrats are doing everything possible to disparage what we did with the hit of this monster. You know, many of the young men and women used to walk without arms, and without legs, and without. We're done by something. That's what he loved. He loved the roadside bomb. That's what he loved. Thousands and thousands and thousands.
18 female, for sure. What did you have, like a certain color scheme or like a tube you were wanting to match, or did you just want me to make it? Did you have, like, did you have a budget?
And the Democrats should be outraged.
You're getting into today.
I saw Manny's evil
I'm just gonna work on a little
not
pipe.
a decision to end his wretched life. They're saying, well, he was a general.
Using some leftover old
You know what? Number one, he wasn't supposed to be.
sections.
He was a designated terrorist by President Obama, who didn't do anything about it. As usual. They don't do anything. They designate and they don't do anything about it. He should have been killed 20 years ago. Now here's the story with the Democrats. If I didn't kill him,
I got you. Basically, I just need to know what your oh my God, brain fart. How much you can spend? Your budget.
Anything we do, they're going to be honest. So we kill him, and that was precision. Some people thought it went much too fast.
Yeah, sorry I haven't been on lately. I've just been working like crazy. Who else is in here besides JoJo?
We didn't kill him, right? You know, with the wall, we're building the wall. You know that.
Yeah, Trump nabbed another $7 billion today. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
From the
And by the way, they think
from the military or the wall. Everyone's all fired.
Mexico's paying for the wall. You'll see that. Don't worry about it. Mexico's it's driving me crazy. Now they say, okay, he's building the wall. But Mexico did right. Mexico will pay that 10 years. The people are going to watch.
Blue? You want a blue color? Like dark blue, transparent blue, sparkly blue. There isn't really a normal price on that kind of stuff, brother. Like, it's really just, when it comes to a custom, it can go anywhere from semi-cheap to really expensive.
But 700 would be good. 750 or so would be good. We're going to now get that with all financing. I think it's easy getting financing for people, but I can get anything from them. I can get whatever I want in terms of money, except for one. And I made one big mistake. I should have said to them, we will not build the wall. We don't want the wall. They would have insisted that we build it. We would have had all the money we wanted. I made a mistake.
That's crazy.
I made a big mistake. Now we're building the wall. It's going up and it's going up.
Got deported. I'm American, bro.
And we should be up to over 400 miles by next year, the end of next year. Shortly thereafter.
I'm a citizen,
and it's
isn't it?
already having a tremendous impact on people not being able to come into the country. Bernie, and the radical left cannot protect your family, and they cannot protect our country. Nor do they want to. According to Elizabeth,
One of my coworkers, not my coworkers, one of my employees, he got pulled over. He doesn't have a license because he's here on DACA. I don't know why he doesn't have his license, but he got pulled over, and he spent 5 days in ICE with ICE inside of one of the ICE jails or prisons or whatever.
But now it doesn't matter. She's not going anywhere. But Bernie said,
He's a cool dude. It sucks.
Bernie said, and I don't believe
Just dealing with that right now.
But I don't believe he said it. It's not his deal. Then you have to know what people say. She said, right, that Bernie said it's wrong that a woman can't be for president. A woman can't be for president. Fortunately, I'll get out. That could happen, who knows? But she said that Bernie said a woman can win. I don't believe that Bernie said that. I really don't. So, there's no Bernie, something kind of what he said. If you want to keep America safe, just vote Republican. We're doing so well. We're doing so well. Now this one's, I leave a big one. Let security just stay there. Okay? You all right?
Got it.
Get him out of here.
Ow. He started to get him out. Get him out. Is that the second one? Third. Oh, third.
Good job, security.
It'd be a pretty plain bowl, brother. Just being honest. But yeah, I can do it. 18 millimeter female with like an electric blue field. Maybe I could do like it'll be dope, but it's not gonna have any there's not gonna be any attachments or anything.
Place to be than a Trump rally on some night during some week.
It'll just be like space tech.
You know what the truth is?
Playing.
We have a great time. You know what? More importantly,
Which is still dope. I could do like a clear handle on it, I guess.
But even President Obama's own
What's that?
$40. Jim Jones praised our action.
Oh, 40?
And said it was absolutely correct and it was the absolute right thing to do. I'm sure
You don't have an Instagram, do you, JoJo?
I like him very much. It sounds like I'm kind of a guy. So Jim, if they're giving you a hard time, come on over to the Republican. No, he's a respected guy. He said we give it away. Everybody. They're saying, was the attack imminent? Was it imminent?
Just email?
Killed hundreds of thousands of people and thousands of Americans and horribly killed and wounded. Thousands and thousands. Was the attack imminent? I think they just started a new investigation. Was the attack on this heart? And by the way, he was in a country he wasn't allowed to be in. We don't mention that. Because he was designated and he wasn't allowed to be there. And he was there with the head of Hezbollah. And they were talking about, like Hillary Clinton, they were talking about weddings and working out. Soleimani and the head of Hezbollah, they were talking about weddings, working out, or Bill Clinton in the back of the airplane with the Attorney General.
Ain't nobody gonna cross it.
They're gonna go to the Supreme Court.
Send me your number on my email, and I'll we could text or call. And that way we can figure out something for you. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm just making a little some sections for this little pipe. Who's all on here? There's 3 people here. One's Nito, one's JoJo. Who's the third person?
I thought, no, let's talk 1 or 2. How's Tiger doing? How's this one? So what if I do, right? What am I going to do with the other 3? Maybe I'm going to talk about Supreme Court appointments or something. Well, we're doing very well. But at this very moment, the good people of Iran are taking to the streets in numbers like nobody's seen before. And they're really protesting the repressive regime and demanding a better future. You know, they're great people. They're great people of Iran. They're great people.
For sure, I got you, bro.
And they're tired of watching their leaders plunder Iran to stoke violence and death and war. And you know, Iran's known this problem since 20 years, just so you understand. Reagan had it, Iran had it. Carter had it, 52 hostages, how about that? Destroyed his presidency, it's pretty well destroyed before that war. But it didn't help him. Actually, probably got Reagan elected. But Carter had it, 52 hostages. Reagan had Iran-Contra. Obama had just, he was like begging them for everything.
Yes.
But Obama gave him $150 billion, $1.8 billion in cash. Got zero.
Ain't nobody gonna
He got
cross
zero. He got zero. I'd love to have that money back. But I warned the Ayatollah and the government of Iran that they must not harm, hurt, or kill any protesters. The whole world is watching. It's watching. They've killed thousands of protesters. We support the Iranian people and their courageous struggle for freedom. It's incredible what struggle.
People are done
But
fighting.
we're
Then my
watching
dad-
it. We're watching
That
it.
expression I hear.
We were ready. That night, when the attackers came on us, we were just to kill them out of the people. Just to kill them. And so we did what we did. They said, it's our turn. I said, you better be careful what you say it's our turn. Because we had designated targets. We were taking 30 years to rebuild the fires in the And we saw those missiles launched, and they were big and they were fast, and they were active. 4 of them went bad, they fell way short, but 12 of them hit. And I said, man, I knew immediately what they were, and they saw those missiles. He said, how bad is it? It is. And now I was so, how many killed?
Some skipping over there?
How many hurt? They said, and I said, they just gave themselves $1 trillion in a lot of lives. $1 trillion, not $1 billion, $1 trillion. So they did a very smart thing. And we're not looking for regime change. They tried that with Libya. They go, Hillary Clinton, let's get rid of Libya. Let's get rid of Gaddafi. Let's get rid of Gaddafi. How's that working out? Right? Let's get rid of Gaddafi. That was a Hillary deal. Then you had Benghazi. And see Benghazi. They didn't respond. Tripping.
Oh, shit.
They didn't lock her up.
Lock her up. They didn't raise hits.
And then we had
Trump's greatest hits.
Iraq. They went into Iraq. The geniuses go into Iraq. Iraq didn't knock down the World Trade Center just in case anybody had any policy. And this guy did kill.
No, the United States governments did.
This guy died in every way.
Fact.
He did kill.
So the first 9/11.
And it became Harvard University
He helped.
for terrorists. But they did go after you. But he didn't knock down. He left treats. So they got a lot of bad thinking. We're doing a good job. We're getting the hell out. We're moving. You know, we did something in Syria. We were guarding their border. At one point, we had thousands of people. The Syrian border between Turkey and Syria. It's been there for 1,000 years. We've been fighting. He said, "I get my soldiers out." I took them out. And you know what I did with the soldiers? They don't tell you the true story because they're a bunch of corrupt people.
I'm waiting. You better tell me when you're ready. Oh, okay. It's only going to take us 20 minutes to get. Okay.
I told Turkey, you got to defend your own border. We're not going to defend your border. And by the way, let's go with the safe zone. That is the most dangerous safe zone in the world. Okay? I'm looking at
You know.
Look at you, and you're very tough people. But this is the most
Yeah, he knows all the questions. He's ready to answer any questions y'all got.
Because we had an army here, and we had a vast number of people here.
Jojo, I'm just making some parts for a pipe. The style of pipe I've been into making lately.
But the fake news doesn't tell you the right
People call them
story.
hammers.
But the fake news doesn't tell you the right story. Because what I did is I took our soldiers, and you know what I did? I moved them to the oil area, and we now control the oil. So they said Trump stayed in Syria. Trump said. So people said to me, why do you stay in Syria? Because they kept the oil. Which frankly we should have done in Iraq. A long time ago.
Part of the country, you shouldn't stay there.
You have no idea the things and the decisions I said. So they say Trump says, yeah, we're correct. We have the oil, and we can help our friends and families because that's the order. We can help them. It was with ISIS, but right now it's with the United States military.
Jojo, I like you more than I ever did after seeing that comment.
While we're creating jobs and killing terrorists, Democrats in Congress are wasting America's time with demented hoaxes and crazy.
Hell of a lot better than Clinton being in office, that fucking criminal ass bitch.
With our future first lady. Somebody said to me recently, President was a friend of me, he said he's going to they always call me President. President. What's going on?
You guys have some lungs over there, Jesus Christ. That dude yelling in the background is from the high school behind Nino's house. That was real long.
But that's why this November, we're going back and we're going to win the House. The Republicans are going to win the House. Because I don't know if you know it. The impeachment hoax is a total hoax. This is based, just think of this. This is based on, did anybody read the transcript? It's a perfect book. Sad. If you go back and look at Lyndon Johnson, he's probably looking down there, and he's probably saying, these people are going crazy. That's a nice small like that. Somebody said, I never knew you could be so nice. But this is all based on the simple fact that it was very effective. The president of Ukraine said, they didn't even know what they were talking about. The foreign minister said, they want to impeach the president of the United States over a perfect phone call. It's the greatest hoax ever perpetrated on our country. Ever. But we're going to go back, and because of it in Wisconsin, I don't know if you've seen, independent voters, the voters, I think are all, including Democrats voting no. We just got 195 Republicans. It must be ours. And she said, it has to be cleared up, bro. Number two, Democrats voted for us. So I guess you could say it was a nonpartisan vote because they voted with us. But we're going back and we're going to hold the Senate. And we're going to keep the White House. But we're going to win back the House. We're going to win back the House. And I'm thrilled that has become a great friend for me. Senator Ron Jackson. Come on. What a good guy. Congressman Brian Style, Jim Simpson Brothers, Glenn Crosby, Glenn, come up. Come up. Mike Gallagher. Wisconsin House Speaker Robin Voss. Wisconsin State Senate President Roger Roth, State Senate President. Wisconsin State Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald. A friend of mine, a world
I don't
champion.
know how that looks. Is that, can you tell, like, when I'm showing them these sections with the light, does it look like
I
anything?
love champion. He would climb that sucker. He was the best in the world, right here from Wisconsin, right? Congressman
Not really?
Sean Duffy.
Pretty good.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
And this
Especially when you cover your torch with your arm,
Yeah.
and then
but you know,
For
he's
sure.
signed with CNN. They paid him a lot of money, and they don't put him on. Why? Because I'm pro-Trump. You think that's fair? He's
Do you like the
pro-Trump.
space tech I do,
They
JoJo?
paid him money to silence him because he has a very important voice.
The space tech over blue, which is like this stuff.
I think he's okay with it. He gets his check. They refuse to put him on. He says good things about Trump. We don't want you on. That's CNN. That's how
This one's
they-
like very
they turn
heavy
it
on the gold, but it can be a lot more colors. BB Drum's mini tube he got was space tech with basically like a space tech type hybrid.
that video he posted was pretty dope.
The one I posted on my YouTube.
Did you make it or he made it? Yeah, he made it.
I went to Australia for the opening.
Republican people, but
Yeah,
more
pretty good.
important, it's a great.
Yeah, you did a good job.
So they worked so hard. I just want to thank you all for being here.
Hey, if there's some butter out there if you want to smoke a bowl. Thank God I didn't want him to smoke any of my weed anyways.
Well, thank you for your strong show of support for President Trump.
You still here, JoJo? Did you get a notification that I went live?
We were at a pretty tough campaign together here in Wisconsin 2016, and when
got
votes were
that
done,
one.
I was tired. I took
Yeah,
some
Nino's got his bell on. He didn't get a note.
President Trump. I have never seen a man work harder, being so dedicated, so in love with America. That is why we all need to make sure that he wins a second term.
Jojo.
I have also, I'm 64 years old, I've never in my lifetime seen a man like the President of the United States where there wasn't some measure of well wishes, some honeymoon period where America gathered around that individual and said, Mr. President, you know, it's a big job. We wish you well. Keep us safe. Make this country prosperous. That hasn't happened. That's because the Democrats simply won't admit he beat them.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years.
He has been tormented since the day after the election, but he is held strong. It hasn't bothered him. He's just pressed forward. He's made this country great. Our economy's in great shape. He deserves to get reelected. Like all of you, he loves this country. He will do everything to defend it. We love President Trump. God bless you, President Trump. Thank you, Rob. A great guy. Thanks to strong Republican leadership like Ron, like all of them that you just saw. America is winning again. America is respected again. And America is thriving again like never before. We're the envy of the world. And under my administration, we now have the lowest average unemployment rate of any administration in the history of our country. And in your great state, Wisconsin, you'll notice what Biden's always doing. And in your great state of Iowa. It's Iowa.
The fuck was that, Trump?
No, it's Wisconsin. Oh, I
Making fun of Joe Biden.
That's fine. How many times has he done that? By the way, lots of times. Been to me in the state of Ohio. Listen, you're in Florida. Many times. The sad part about that shooting, Joe, is that, you know the sad part about that? When you do that, you can't really, you know, you can be Winston Churchill, make the finest American country. It's gonna have to go over someday. Does anybody get that? In Wisconsin, the unemployment rate has reached its lowest level in history. How's that for a sound bite? How do you beat that sound, right? So now the people of Wisconsin, which of course the state center record was successful in some way, by the way, that's the case for Ron Johnson, all those guys. It just didn't happen so quickly. Okay, so how do you get that? The most successful, lowest unemployment rate. The lowest in history by far. Your number one economic numbers by far. Oh, let's put somebody else in this president. I don't think so, right? But here's one that I love the most. African American, Hispanic American, Asian American unemployment rate. Which ever recorded in the history of our country. And here's another one. African American youth. You know the
So
way
5 people in here, no one's talking?
youth unemployment has reached an all.
No one's gonna say anything? You guys don't care about where I've been? What's going on with me? Nothing?
African American.
Hope you guys are all doing good.
has reached
In the description, there's a bunch of updates and stuff of what's going on. Sales. I'm doing another raffle. And I dropped the price on this raffle per ticket a little bit, so more people can hopefully enter it. There is no limit on how many times you enter.
SDF, where you been?
SD. I've been working, my brother, a lot. I'm glad that I get to get on the torch today. I'm open for custom orders right now too.
Starting at college.
Justin?
Look.
Show you guys some of the nuggies we'll be getting down here. It's strictly CBD hemp strain, you know. A little boulder off the top of one of the colas. Little taster jar of a couple different flavors.
Now that he was going to say another jump's not on.
Right. Is it Tuesday?
Yes, you're
Torch Talk? What's going on Torch Talk tonight?
Peter Miller demo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you made it. Yeah, stitch.
Yeah. Is he making a tube or just something?
Oh, pretty great. I don't know if it's gonna fill the whole thing, but at least that's it.
For sure. If you guys haven't checked out Torch Talk, type in Torch Talk on YouTube. They do every Tuesday, they do a live episode. Hell yeah, Dustin. I'm glad to hear you're starting college. Where are you going? I don't even know what part of town you're living in. I haven't seen you for like, 12 years? So now I'm going to do a little wrap and rake section with these spoons. These are all dry pipes. So the wrap and rake section uses only clear and fume, the way I do it, the way most people do it. So when you smoke out of it, as it resonates, it'll change colors. That's the whole chameleon pipe thing. It's just fume. And if you don't know what fuming is, just ask me and I'll try to do my best to explain it. Graphic arts, independent. I don't know where independent is. Is that online or is that doesn't matter where it's at, but that's dope, dude. I'm proud of you. It's good. You talked to J-Rock lately? Dustin? I'm excited. Yeah, school's crazy, man. Like, when I first met you, you were to the point where I think you had already finished or dropped out of school, I think, or something. When I first met you, you were like the dude I was like, oh, that old guy upstairs? I mean, you weren't old, but that's how I looked at you because I was like 15, you know? Besides the fact that you and I are Eskimo brothers. Hold up, I didn't read that yet. I'm actually finishing my fourth and beginning orientation right now.
As I want, you know.
For sure. I talked to him today. He called me. He was supposed to come by. I don't know what's going on. He said he was going he was out in Mesa though, hitting the courts up, getting his insurance dealt with or something. I don't know. You don't have his number? Oh, you're only 3 years older than me? I thought you were way older than me, dude. For some reason in my head, you were like 40. Eskimo Brothers by who or what? Hey, that's what you were asking about. About a group. I'm confused what you mean about that.
What did you think?
I have questions for him about a group. What kind of group?
Wake up happy. Chat Sleep Solutions at Bed.com.
She reminds me. Oh, it is Stranger Things. I was like, it sure reminds me of Stranger Things. Oh, no one's in here. Damn. Yes, the other raffle winner claimed their prize. I have not sent out all the sticker packs yet. I've been super busy with work, Cash. If you're just joining, the reason why I haven't been on is because I've literally been working. I had 1 day off in the last 6 weeks. No, 1 day off in the last 5 weeks, I think. I worked today. I just got off early enough to where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and get on here and talk to these fools because they've been holding me down, and I feel like an asshole not being able to chop it up with you guys. But yes, the raffle winner has gotten their mystery box. He should be posting a review on my Instagram and Facebook here pretty soon. If you go look at my Facebook page, my group page, you'll go see a lot of reviews about the mystery boxes. I've never had a bad review. I've sold at least 150 of them, if not more. And to be dead honest, anyone who gets a mystery box from me, they end up getting probably close to, if not double their money's worth of art, probably close to triple. And I am holding another raffle right now. The tickets are a little bit cheaper than last time, in hopes that more people can enter. 1 and 2, in hopes that people that just don't have a lot of money are able to get in on the action. I'm also holding a really huge sale right now. All of my glass art and merchandise is 30 to 70% off right now. Basically, until I get a car, I'm just wholesaling, or I'm doing wholesale or better on all my glass. So right now, if you want a piece of my art, I would choose now for sure, because $1,000 piece you'll be getting for like $500 or maybe even less. Or $100 piece will end up being like $40 or $50, anywhere from $30 to $70, depending on what it is. But I have a bunch of marbles, I have a bunch of pendants, I have a bunch of carb caps, I have a bunch of beads. I have a bunch of paracord bracelets and keychains with my beads that I made on them. I also have a bunch of pipes, spoons, and hammer styles. I have one mini tube that's a solo, and then I have the collab set between me and this dude, Nino, which still somehow has not sold.
You want to eat some meatballs?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Though.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Straight up party boy. I'm back.
Hold on, I'll read it 1 second, guys. Oh, word, Cash. I was asking who was all in here, so I didn't know you were in here. I can't tell. I still don't know how to run this thing right. BB, thanks for the video that you sent of you doing the opening, the box opening. I hope that, I don't know if it got onto my YouTube or not. I tried to post it on there, and I'm not sure if it made it or not. And if it's not up there, I will be posting that. BB Drums is the only one who ordered a true custom for me when I was really hurting, which I still am. Still don't have a car. But I want to say thank you to BB Drums. And the way I said thank you is I basically hooked him up with a $400 piece for $200 plus shipping, basically. A little more than that because he ended up wanting to add a bowl in on it and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you again, BB. And you look like a buddy of mine, by the way. I'm mixing up some color to I'm making prep for some hammer pipes and stuff. Just different preps. Right here, I'm just watering down this really saturated sparkly blue. So I'm just putting a bunch of clear on the outside of this gather of it. I'll take it off with a blue rod because if I don't, I always end up pushing it further and further into the blue. So I'll have clear on both sides. And I can't be on too long tonight, guys. Unfortunately, I got to wake up at 4:30 tomorrow for work. So as soon as my cell phone alarm rings, that's basically like my time to go. But I'm going to call it my 15 minutes. Beats aren't bad. So right now what I'm doing is just twisting this color up and mixing in all this clear into it. If I had a drill, it'd make this a lot faster. It's the only time that you'll be spinning opposite ways is when you're basically twisting up, mixing color. This is a straight hand workout, twisting this stuff up, because as it gets less hot, it turns into like a thicker consistency. And if you get it too hot, it spins nice, but it ends up either boiling the color or it just doesn't work right if it gets too hot. Wish I had a drill.
Why did you?
I mean, I have bunches of them. I'm an electrician, but I wish I had one here right now.
Was it not pleasant for you? No one plays jazz here.
It's a hypey ass beats, bro. Alright, so now it should be good enough. I'm just gonna start pulling it down. I want to pull this down into like a 2mm stringer. So I'm gonna use it to wrap the fan. So that way my wrapping ring section has a nice little sparkle to it. So basically I'll get like a football shape and I'll get the whole thing just red ass hot. Try not to get the handles too hot because it'll pull through really fast from those spoons. I used to do the SD. I did this full time for a lot of years. It's just the market fell off. When the market fell off, it started becoming less fun having to rely on it for rent, especially during those really slow months. So when I'm laying these lines on, they're super fragile because it's all just cold sealed basically. So I have to keep going and reheating my blank after every couple of lines. That's why I doing such a small section of this makes it a lot easier for me. I'll try not to overlay the thickest part where I start the line. Where I end the line ends up being a little thicker. Sometimes I'll take the time and I'll go and I'll pull that off if I really am being tedious with it. But that's only if you really feel like going to do it. It makes it that much cleaner. If it was a custom, I would, but this is more like just me having fun. trip, huh, guys? Everyone who's in here, say what's up. The fourth person who hasn't liked this should throw that like down. So yeah, I got sales going on. I got a new raffle going on. I got more shirts in stock. That'll happen. I'll read the comments in a second if anyone's waiting for me to respond. No worries, homie. Is it all online, Dustin? I must be lagging or something. Oh yeah.
With YouTube Music Premium, explore your favorite albums, music videos, and more, even when you're offline or lock your screen. And get it all ad-free. YouTube Music Premium, free for 30 days and just $9.99 a month after. Cancel anytime. Restrictions apply.
Nice. I don't think that's what you're supposed to use your grants for, but hell yeah, dog. What's up, Felix? Things are going, man. It's work. That's why I haven't been on here. It's been working a lot, trying to get the car situation figured out. Hopefully this time next week I'll have something dealt with. Hopefully, as long as all these orders go through, but who knows? If I get one more order, that'd be sick.
Oh, shit.
What's up, Mark?
Still got some people watching?
4 people.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
And that is NAFTA, VNPR with China, other trade agreements, were written for one reason, and that is to increase the profits of large multinational corporations. And the end result of those two, just VNPR with China, and NAFTA, cost us some 4 million jobs as part of the race to the bottom. I am sick and tired and will not tolerate. And we will use the power of the federal contracting system. If a corporation in America wants to shut down in Iowa or Vermont or any place else, and then they think they're gonna get online for a generous federal contract, they got another thing going. We need some corporate responsibility here, and we need to protect good paying jobs in America, not to even go to China, Mexico, Vietnam.
Mr. Vice President, what's your response?
We need corporate responsibility, and I agree with that completely. But we also need to have enforcement mechanisms in the agreements we make. Enforceable agreements. That's one of the things that has been improved with the trade agreement with Mexico. And that's what we should be doing in any agreement we have. But let's get back to the basics. If we don't set the rules of the road by going out to our partners instead of poking our eye and poking our finger in the eye of all our friends and allies, we make up 25% of the world's economy. We're going to bring the other 25% of our allies along with us to set the rules of the road so China cannot continue to abuse their power by stealing their intellectual property, and doing all the other things using their corporate state systems.
Senator Warren.
Our problem is not just the corporate responsibility, it's been the structure of how this trade has been negotiated. The United States has had a strategy for decades, and that strategy has been to have government trade negotiators, a small number, and then surround them with giant multinational corporation lobbyists and corporate executives who whisper in the ears of our negotiators and then get deals done that are great for the giant multinational corporations, not good for America, not good for American
I'm confused.
workers, not good for the environment.
Hold on, Felix. Let me see what that says for a
Approach to
second.
trade, and it starts by calling out the corruption of these giant corporations that have cut our trade deals. Everybody wants to get to the American market, and we need to put some standards in place.
You threw him off?
You want to be able to sell your goods here, you've got to
I've
meet some environmental standards.
the guys
You've got to meet labor standards. We need
Mr.
to.
Steyer, even though farmers and manufacturers here in Iowa and around the country
What's
could see some relief,
Are you talking about Nino or are you talking about J-Rock?
trade war, what will you do as president to help them
Felix
get back on
Stokes?
their
Yeah,
feet?
Felix. I'm confused a little.
On the first day, I would undo Mr. Trump's tariffs.
So this is all
On the first day, I
fume.
would get rid of his waivers
that Senator Klobuchar was referring to oil refiners, so not having to use corn-based ethanol. In fact, these trade deals have been exactly what Senator Sanders and Warren have been saying, which is that they've been designed to grow the American GDP for the corporations.
I don't know if you can see that. Looks like crap on my screen.
And not to protect the climate. So let me say that I'm the only person on this stage who says climate is my number one priority. I would not sign this deal.
This thing's been
because if climate's your number one
Things have been
priority,
alright, I guess, but what do you mean by that I missed out? Everybody kind of guided me away 1,000, but I don't judge. I still watch. Info is power. I made some nice cherry oil.
There you
go, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Everybody in their generation knows. Frankly.
I do like that too, BB drums. How's it treating you?
I think we would be standing up for it.
Yeah.
Look, that's why I'm standing up for it. We cannot put climate on the back seat all the time and say, we're gonna sign just one more deal. We're gonna do one more thing.
You like
without
that?
putting climate first.
Oh, is
That's
it
why it's my number
backwards?
one priority.
It looks
We
like
can
you're
do
holding
it
a
in way that
circle.
makes us
Yeah,
rich.
that means.
That's right.
I think he's trying to
This
go like
issue's
this.
personal for me. So I'm gonna attack
No, don't do it.
from day one. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we gotta make sure that we have better answers than we do today. Now, what I've noticed is pretty much all of us propose that we move
Oh,
on
there
from
it
fossil
is, dude.
fuels
Look.
by the middle of the
Damn,
century,
blood,
starting with actions
son.
that we take right now. The question is, are we gonna make sure any of this
Get the
actually
fuck in.
gets done?
I start doing like
People have been saying for right that in these debates for literally.
Just getting hypey over here.
The other
He
day,
says,
there was a-
smoking from it.
raised his hand.
BB Drum says, smoking from it now. It was
Dude,
nice.
1921.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
He will
Nice.
sit in judgment over what we do.
Glad I made it to
Not just
Australia
what we
safe.
do on
That's
this
kind of a
stage,
journey.
anyone old enough to
I packed it
Australia, right? Yeah.
Whether we actually put together the national
The first thing he said is, "Damn, bro, you pack your shit good."
aggressively. Just
Like, oh, fuck, yeah, get into
We're
this
that
shit.
Did you watch the video?
Watch
You
this.
could have just cut the tape, dog.
Let's not turn to an issue that's come up in the last 48 hours. Senator Sanders. CNN reported yesterday that, and Senator Warren confirmed in a statement, but that in 2018, he confirmed that he did not believe that a woman would win the election. Why did
Yes, bro.
Well, as a matter of fact, I
Get caught
can
up.
and I don't want to waste a lot of time on this, this is some of the media.
You got a Bunsen burner, bro. You could take your time doing it. Doesn't even matter.
There's a video of maybe 30 years ago talking about how a woman could become president of the United States. In 2015, I deferred, in fact, to Senator Warren. It was a movement to grab Senator Warren to run for president. And you know what? I said, stay back. Senator Warren decided not to run, and I did run afterwards. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million votes. How could
Yo, Felix, you still here or not?
not believe that a woman could become president of the United States? And let me be very clear. If any of the women on this stage.
I don't think he's talking about you. I think he might be talking about J-Rock.
But that's not the case. I mean, but if they do, I will do everything in my power to make sure that they are elected in order to defeat the most dangerous president in the history of our country.
So Senator Sanders,
Well, I mean, we're not talking about policy, not even about
Senator Warren, that a woman could not win the election. Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders said a woman could not win the election?
That's what I'm talking about, oh boy.
Bernie is my friend, and I'm not here to try to fight with Bernie. But look, this question about whether or not a woman can be president has been raised, and it's time for us to attack it head on. And I think the best way to talk about who can win is by looking at people's winning record. So, can a woman beat Donald Trump?
No,
Look at the men on this stage.
not any of them that are on the ballot right now.
Elections.
Sorry, I'm not trying to sound sexist. Women, if a woman ever is president, I would have no problem with it as long as she's good. But there's no woman up there right now that could beat Donald Trump. And I'm not even a super huge Trump supporter.
Person on this stage who who has beaten an incumbent Republican anytime in the past 30 years is me. And here's what I know.
Yeah.
The real danger that we face as Democrats is picking a candidate who can't pull our party together or someone who takes for granted big parts of the Democratic constituency. We need a candidate who would excite all parts of the Democratic Party, bring everyone in, and give everyone a Democrat to believe in. That's my plan, and that is why I'm gonna win.
Senator Klobuchar. Senator Klobuchar, what do you say? Thank you, Elizabeth. Senator Klobuchar.
Yeah, don't talk about me.
I would like Senator Klobuchar, let me finish
Don't
my
talk
question.
about Dana Bash.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the meeting, so I can't comment, but I was gonna.
What do you say to people who say that?
Oh, yeah, she's such a bitch.
I hear that, people have said, that's why I've adjusted from this stage, I point out that you don't have to be the tallest person in
Yeah,
the
that's
King's
the-
Nest, and she's 5'4".
Senator.
You don't have to be the skinniest person in the room. You don't have to be the loudest person. You have to be competent. And when you look at the facts, Michigan has a woman governor right now, and she beat a Republican, Gretchen Whitman. Kansas has a woman governor right now, and she beat Chris Kobach. And her name is, I'm very proud to know, her, and her name is Governor Kelly. Thank you. Third, I would add to this, you have to be competent to win, and you have to know what you're doing. And when you look at what I have done, I have won every race, every place, every time. I have won in the reddest of districts. I have won in the suburban areas, in the rural areas. I have brought people with me. That is why I have the most endorsements of current Iowa legislators and former Iowa legislators in this race, because I know I bring people with me. And finally, every single person that I have beaten, my Republican opponents, have gotten out of politics for good. And I think that sounds
men
pretty
turning out
good.
too.
I think that sounds pretty good with the guy we have in the White House.
Senator Sanders.
So you talk. I actually like Bernie. I will go vote for him. But for me, he turns me off.
Bernie's like that senile uncle that you never like. He's really cool, but he just has crazy as shit ideas.
Number two, of course, I don't think there's any debate on that.
What wasn't it 30 years ago?
I beat an incumbent Republican congressman.
And I said, I was the only one who's beaten an incumbent Republican in 30 years.
Well, 30 years ago, it's 1990, as a matter of fact. But I don't know that that's the major issue of the day. I know the major issue of the day is, does anybody in their right mind think that a woman cannot be elected president? That's enough. Nobody believes that. Hillary Clinton got 3 million votes, more votes than Trump. So who believes that a woman can't win? Of course a woman can win. But the real question is, how do we beat Trump? And the only way we beat Trump is by our campaign energy and
Why is it?
excitement.
Why does it have to be how do we beat Trump? If Trump's doing good, why would you not want to keep him there?
In the history of this country.
Policy.
And I
They don't have
that
any
our
policy.
campaign
I think
has
he's
the
a fascist.
strongest grassroots movement.
Thank
We
you.
have
Senator
supports our democratic
Warren, Senator Warren, I want to give you.
Who, Bernie?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Trump for a second. I was like, Trump's not a socialist. Trump is capitalist as they go.
In competitive races. And in 2018, we took back the House, we took back state houses
He's a
because
Nazi.
of women candidates and women voters. Look, don't deny the question is there. Back in the 1960s, people asked, could a Catholic win? Back in 2008, people asked if an African American could win. In both times, the Democratic Party stepped up and said yes, got behind their candidate, and we changed
They really
America. That's who we are.
Vice President Biden. Vice President Biden, go ahead.
I agree when you win, and I went in and campaigned for 27 of them this last in 2018. The best group I've ever campaigned for in terms of confidence. But the real issue is who can bring the whole party together, represents all elements of the party. That's the
Dude, we could have
It's like one big left for
getting
me.
straight. In fact, if you
I think I had that secret station.
in terms of endorsements around the country, endorsements wherever we
That was
go.
out
I
here
am
watching.
one who has the broadest coalition of anyone running up here
All right, we're gonna take a short break now. The CNN Democratic presidential debate live.
John, you
Right
say beer
here.
glasses or whiskey glasses?
Say that again?
Beer glasses or whiskey glasses?
Read them?
People Jones is asking.
I haven't for a long time. I would love to make some now again. Now that I'm actually, yeah, I can. Whiskey glasses are probably a little better.
Who's combined, but this is why it's so unpredictable, because it depends on, is it in Western water or is it in water? Is it in Western?
Can you explain how much it would take to make a beer glass?
Oh yeah, making a beer glass is no gimmick.
Like, this is 50 millimeter thick tube. They'd probably take like half of this, probably more.
Not just that, but the like, who is it?
BB Jones.
Oh, BB Drums? Oh, yeah, I can explain it to you, homie. I lost your number, by the way. I didn't lose it. I just erased all my texts. But yeah, which one are you looking for more of?
Oh, they're playing it now.
Billionaire out there, like,
Is this
idea, today. You're now a working class person. And you're
Wow, pretty unbelievable. 2020, different like bodies in a state of chaos. He was reacting. You know, we'll start with you, because Dan likes to counterpunch.
And it's like everybody logs in and we're on the screen.
You guys need to go out and get it.
Oh, I'm done.
But the
I've
real
never
thing
done that.
is,
Yeah, it's like a whole question, multiple choice.
if
Everybody picks.
campaign.
The choices aren't on your phone, they're on the screen. So you have to click on your phone, look on the screen. And it's still the last question. Why are you taking this class?
so
It's despicable, and it shows the stats, what everybody just paid.
That's
That's cool.
Undercover video.
I've never seen or had that.
Public
Anything that
statements by
changes.
pundits like Hillary Clinton are pretty similar.
They're never wrong and right
For
answers.
Trump supporters, it's not just that they, that's why when the president, we detest the president. They think of his followers, or the people who back the president, as being people without soul, people without conscience, without compassion. And they dismiss them all as racist. The stereotyping is so razor sharp. I can't believe it. Like when Vince Vaughn got all this heat from Hollywood for just shaking the president's hand. There is this hatred that is so dismaying.
They know Bernie Horn,
If you come out as a Trump supporter, you just learn and hunker down. The Bernie Sanders fellow reveals,
Everybody was on.
secret agenda. It's not a secret agenda, so much.
We're smelling Walmart people, we've the Constitution, we were irritating like
That's on your show, and this accident keeps proving itself to be theological. It's true. I say all the time, conservatives generally think liberals are people with really bad ideas. Liberals, I'm not talking about Democrats. Radical leftists, like the Sanders people, they think you're bad people with ideas. That's a totally different thing. The evidence, by the way, is everywhere. I'll never forget reading an article by a woman who was a Democrat, an Obama supporter who went to CPAC, the Conservative Action Conference, and she wrote this article. She was so stunned how she was welcomed by everybody and nobody attacked her. They invited her into symposiums and stuff. Try that at an Antifa rally. You'll need like a Secret Service detail with you. It's the exact opposite. None of this stuff in the video surprises me. I'm glad to see you both getting along tonight. I thought you were gonna kill us both. All right, when we come back, tomorrow's a huge day on the Hill. We'll explain what's in store. That's straight ahead.
Is it a foregone conclusion that the judge will grant a trial, or how much leeway does the judge have here?
He has to withdraw a guilty plea.
The rules of criminal procedure say that to withdraw a guilty plea, the judge has to find that there's a fair and just reason to do so. I don't know that he will be convinced based on this pleading alone. He may want to have a hearing, but, last week, as you mentioned, we had that filing from the government that said it was Michael Flynn who breached the plea agreement, and so the government was no longer
What each of you would do. Senator Sanders, you've consistently refused to say exactly how much your Medicare for All
Remember Trump
is
told
going
that
to
chick
cost.
right here? I
Don't
figured you'd
voters
be asking
deserve
that
to see
question.
the price tag before you send them a bill that could cost tens of trillions of dollars?
Trump was like, that's the most ridiculous.
Is Medicare for all, which will guarantee comprehensive health care to every man, woman, and child, will cost substantially less than the status quo. Medicare for all will end the absurdity of the United States paying by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs and healthcare in general. While we have 87 million uninsured and uninsured, underinsured, and while 30,000 people die each year. On the Medicare for all, one of the provisions we
People
have
die every
to pay
day.
is a 4% tax on income, exempting the first $29,000.
12%
So the
tax.
average family in America
Well,
that today makes $60,000 would pay $1,200 a year, compared to that family paying $12,000 a
yeah,
year.
well, that's
You save
true, but
money, comprehensive health care.
the numbers do not jive.
The greed and the profiteering and the administrative nightmare that currently exists in our dysfunctional system.
Vice President.
I wish everyone could have free healthcare. It's just free has to come from somewhere, and that's taxes, which is us. So it's not free.
Yeah, but when they have an individual mandate, that's bad. You can't even go out and get better healthcare, you know?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
stuck whatever the fuck they have, you know?
That's socialism.
Yeah,
That's doubling the entire federal.
Yeah.
budget.
On its way to communism.
Way to do that is to take Obamacare, reinstate, rebuild it, provide a public option without Medicare for those folks who
You can't
want it.
put the mandate in it.
Make sure that we, in the process, reduce the cost.
You can't mandate somebody to pay for
Drug
something
prices,
they don't
reduce the
have.
cost of being able to buy into it, subsidize it further, and make it everybody available to them. Here's the deal, that costs a lot of money, that costs $740 billion over 10 years. I lay out how I pay for that.
Senator Sanders.
Well, first of all, what Joe forgets to say is when you leave the current system as it is, what you are talking about are workers paying, on average, 20% of their incomes for healthcare. That is insane. You got 500,000 people going bankrupt because they cannot pay their medical bills. We're spending twice as much per capita on healthcare as do the people of any other country. Look, we've talked about healthcare for all.
Yeah, where we also get surgery with anesthesia.
Now is the time to take on the greed and corruption of the healthcare industry, of the drug companies, and finally provide healthcare to all through a Medicare for all single payer program. It won't be easy, but that is what we have to do.
You can do it without, you can do it without Medicare for all, you can get the same place.
Senator Klobuchar, your response.
Yeah, Senator Sanders and I have worked together on pharmaceuticals for a long, long time, and we agree on this. But what I don't agree with is that his position on healthcare. This debate isn't real. I was in Vegas the other day and someone said, don't put your chips on a number on the wheel that isn't even on the wheel. That's the problem. Over 2/3 of the Democrats in the US Senate are not on the bill that you and Senator Warren are on. You have numerous governors that are Democratic that don't support this. You have numerous House members that put Nancy Pelosi in as Speaker. The answer is a nonprofit public option. The answer is the real debate we should be having is how do we make it easier for people to get coverage for addiction and mental health? I have a plan for that. And then finally, what should we do about long-term care? The elephant that doesn't even fit in this room. We need to make it easier for people to get long-term care insurance. We need to make it easier for them to pay for their premiums. My own dad, I know when his long-term care insurance ends. And then we have some savings for him. He's in assisted living. He got married 3 times, whole nother story, so there isn't much there. But then we go to Medicaid.
They took it all.
We talked to Catholic Elder Care. They're willing to take him in. Our story is better than so many other families. We have to make it easier for long-term care. It's not just for seniors, it's also for the sandwich generation, people trying to help their parents.
Senator Warren.
So.
Shut up, bitch.
What's happening in America?
Where you going, Don?
I'll just pick one. 36 million people last year went to the doctor, got a prescription. This is what they needed to get well.
I'm just
And they
kidding.
couldn't afford to
I
have
just thought it was funny.
prescription filled. They looked at it and said, it's either groceries or this prescription. My approach to this is we've got to get as much help to as many people as quickly as possible. I've worked out a plan where we can do that without raising taxes on middle-class families by one thin dime. What I can do are the things I can do as president on the first day. We can cut the cost of prescription drugs. I'll use the power that's already given to the president to reduce the cost of insulin and EpiPens and HIV/AIDS drugs. Let's get some relief to those families, and I will defend the Affordable Care Act. I've got a plan to expand healthcare, but let's keep in mind, when we come to a general election, we Democrats may argue among each other about the best way to do healthcare, but we're going to be up against a Republican incumbent who has cut healthcare for millions of people and is still trying to do that. I'll take our side of the argument any day.
Thank you, Board. Vice President Biden?
Yeah, okay, that one right now does in fact limit drug costs. It sets up, it allows all of the drug companies, it allows you to Medicare to negotiate with drug companies for the price. It sets a system whereby you cannot raise the price of a drug beyond the cost of medical inflation. And by the way, there's mental health parity that I call for in the Obamacare expanded with the Biden option.
But, Mr. Steyer?
Look, we've had this conversation on this stage so many times. Everybody on this stage believes that affordable health care is a right for every single American. Everybody on this stage knows that Americans are paying twice as much for health care as any other advanced country in the world, and it makes no sense, and the government has to step in. I do happen to agree with Vice President Biden that we should move and develop the Affordable Care Act with a public option. But the real question is this. This is not a new problem. Why do we keep having this conversation? We have a broken government. It has been bought by corporations that include the drug companies, the insurance companies, and the private hospitals. That's what I'm talking about. How do we get back government of, by, and for the people? How do we actually break the corporate stranglehold of our government so that we can get any of these things passed?
Thank you, Mr. Steyer. Senator Sanders, your campaign proposals would double federal spending over the next decade, an unprecedented level of spending not seen since World War II. How would you keep your plans from bankrupting the country?
Our plan wouldn't bankrupt the country, and in fact, it would much improve the well-being of working class families and the middle class. Let us be clear what Medicare for All does. It ends all premiums. It ends all co-payments. It ends the absurdity of deductibles. It ends out-of-pocket expenses. It takes on the pharmaceutical industry, which in some cases charges us 10 times more for the same prescription drugs sold abroad as sold here. What we will do through a Medicare for All single-payer program is substantially lower the cost of healthcare for employers and workers, because we end $100 billion a year that the healthcare industry makes, and the $500 billion a year we spend in administrative nightmare of dealing with thousands of separate insurance plans. Healthcare is a human right. Every other major country on earth is guaranteeing healthcare for all. The time is long overdue for us to do the same.
Senator Boschman.
Again, I think it is much better to build on the Affordable Care Act, and if you want to be practical and progressive at the same time and have a plan and not a pipe dream, you have to show how you're going to pay for it. And I would also note practically that the Affordable Care Act right now is 10 points more popular than the President of the United States. So I think the answer is to build on it. And yes, I think you should show how you're going to pay for things, Bernie. I do. This president is treating people out there like poker chips in one of his bankrupt casinos, the way he is adding to our debt. I am the one person up here who has on her website, in her plan, a plan to actually start taking on the deficit by taking part of that money from that corporate tax cut that they put in there and putting it in a fund to pay back the deficit. And I have shown how I'm going to pay for every single plan. Capital gains tax, going to the personal level, getting rid of the oil.
Shut up.
Doing something about the hedge fund loophole. home.
Oh.
Just get the money to pay for things.
Thank you.
Mayor Buttigieg, you're selling your plan as Medicare for all you wanted, yet your plan would automatically enroll uninsured Americans into a public option, even if they don't want it, and force them to pay for it. How is that inadequate?
Well, it's making sure that there is no such thing as an uninsured American. Look, the individual mandate was an important part of the ACA because the system doesn't work if there are free riders. What I'm offering is a choice. You don't have to be in my plan if there's another plan that you would rather keep. And there's no need to kick Americans off the plans that they want in order to deliver health care for all. And my plan is paid for. Look, our party should no longer hesitate to talk about the issue of the debt and the deficit. And we've got a dramatically better track record on it than the Republicans do. In my lifetime, it's almost invariably Republican presidents who have added to the deficit, $1 trillion under this president. And it's why everything I put forward, from Medicare for all who want it, to the historic investments we're going to make in infrastructure, to dealing with climate change, is fully paid for. When it comes to healthcare, you can do it in 2 moves. Of course, my plan costs $1.5 trillion over a decade. No small sum, but not the 20, 30, 40 that we're hearing about from the others. All I gotta do is 2 things. Both of them are common sense. Allow Medicare to negotiate prescription drug prices and roll back the Trump corporate tax cuts that went to corporations and the wealthy that didn't even need it.
Senator Warren. So I started this by talking about 36 million Americans, including Americans with insurance, who just can't even afford to have a prescription filled. We all talk about plans, healthcare plans that we have, and these plans are paid for. The problem is that plans like the mayor's and like the vice president's is that they are an improvement. They're an improvement over where we are right now. But they're a small improvement. And that's why it is that they cost so much less. Because by themselves, they're not going to be enough to cover prescriptions for 36 million people who can't afford to get them filled. What we need to do is make the commitment that we know where the money comes from. We can ask those at the very top, the top 1%, to pay a little more. Those giant corporations like Chevron and Amazon who pay nothing in taxes, we can have them pay. And we can go after the corporate tax cheats. And when we do that, we have enough money to provide health care for all our people. Yes, we build on the Affordable Care Act, but where we end up is once we indicted, we issued another subpoena to get
Federal 65 said the greatest danger is for impeachment to turn.
They said how
on the one party can have against the other party. And that's exactly what happened. It would be ideal if we had impeachments that were neutral, objective, bipartisan. In this case, doesn't rise to that level in any sense.
It shouldn't be treated as legitimate either. Democrats used to agree that impeachment shouldn't be driven solely by one party.
We are here today because the Republicans in the House are paralyzed with hatred of President Clinton. And until the Republicans free themselves of this hatred, our country will suffer.
History is going to question whether or not this was just a partisan lynching or whether or not it was something that in fact met the standard, the very high bar.
Back then, Biden actually remembered where he was. So what happened? Donald Trump happened, that's what. Finally, it's time that members of Congress start earning their paychecks. We face a wide array of challenges that need the president's undivided attention.
Right.
Iran, infrastructure, the skyrocketing costs of healthcare.
Absolutely.
This is all a dangerous distraction, and McConnell should continue to call it out as such. Oh, and Mitt Romney and the political
have the power to preserve the legitimacy and the checks of impeachment. Allowing the witnesses in the process at this point, not empowers the partisans that they want this madness from the beginning. The constitutional deficiency has positive consequences. I think Romney knows that. It's imperative that they stop the Democratic senators itching for a showtime. Allowing this impeachment to go forward only serves to set a poisonous precedent for future commanders-in-chief long after Trump is gone. So this is the time for the GOP to stand together, just like they did in the face of the
the House's acidic articles would burn a hole through the Constitution and, frankly, the Senate's legacy. And that's the angle. Joining me now is Bob Barr, former Clinton House impeachment manager, along with Saul Weisenberg, former deputy Whitewater Independent Counsel, and John Eastman, Claremont Institute senior fellow and constitutional scholar. Gentlemen, we have a lot to get through tonight. Fox News is confirming that Mitch McConnell met today with GOP senators to discuss trial strategy, including the idea of witness reciprocity with Democrats. Basically, we'll trade you a Hunter Biden for a John Bolton. John, is this kind of a cutesy game? Mitch McConnell, very smart. He knows the Senate procedure better than anyone on the Hill. Knowing that Democrats are never going to allow Hunter Biden, maybe the whistleblower or Adam Schiff to testify false. John.
Well, I think so. If we're going to go forward with the trial, it'd be really interesting to hear from these folks. We got enough evidence to show that there was collusion between Schiff and the whistleblower much before the call to try and set this up. We've got enough evidence to know that Hunter Biden was in the street on video getting money. And, if you heard from your opening monologues, they keep saying nobody's above the law. That was including Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. It makes it perfectly legitimate for the president to want to look into that sweetheart deal. So, all of these things ought to be on the table, but even more importantly, the whole scandal where, if it is illegitimate for the president to ask for foreign help in an investigation of U.S. citizens, then where is the talk about the Obama administration investigation of Paul Manafort or the use of the FBI to spy on the Trump campaign? I remain of the view that this whole charade is designed to provide cover and hide that most phenomenal political scandal in American history.
But Saul, an impeachment trial is not going to get to the bottom of any of that. I mean, that's just wishful thinking. Going back to my angle for a moment, Saul. Your wit and wisdom is required here. What about McConnell including a motion to dismiss in that opening resolution, even if they don't vote on it right away? I know you think that happened in impeachment, if my memory serves me correctly here. Saul.
Well, if they entertained a motion to impeach, a motion to dismiss, either on the theory that the impeachment articles on their face do not allege an impeachable crime, or on the theory that we've looked at all the evidence from the House and that doesn't prove an impeachable crime, if they decide to dismiss on those grounds, I believe that under the case of Nixon, that's Walter, not Nixon, or not Richard, Nixon v. United States, the Supreme Court cannot question that. In other words, it's a political question. The Supreme Court will not second guess. So my first answer to your question is there's no doubt the Senate can do this, that will be considered a trial. The Supreme Court has said we don't look into whether something's a trial or not. That's up to the Senate alone.
Interesting. Oh, I knew I'd get a good answer from Saul. Now, Bob Barr, you've been at this before with the Clinton impeachment in the House. What are your thoughts here about this idea of expanding this out? We have supposedly new documents that the Democrats are dropping into the Senate tomorrow regarding Lev Parnas and scribble scrabble on a Ritz-Carlton notepad that's not dated. How does that all play in to this process?
It's more nonsense from a process that has given us nothing but nonsense. I mean, what they're trying to do is they're trying to resuscitate a body that died a long time ago over in the House side. And your idea of having a motion to dismiss is, I mean, it is so obviously the right thing to do for the Republicans that one wonders why there's all this dilly-dallying around by some of the Republicans.
Close to the mouthpiece section built up.
They have more than a
shape
majority.
it.
Do it, get it over with. If the Democrats want to try and take it to the courts and have the courts slap their hand, that's fine. But the Senate has the power, and the Republican majority ought to do the right thing for once.
I agree. I have to agree, John. This entire thing about should we call Hunter Biden in a Senate committee. They could call Hunter Biden tomorrow in a Senate committee hearing. But this idea that we're going to negotiate, and Romney's going to do this, and Collins is going to ask for this, and that Schiff is going to... This is a joke, okay? This is terrible for the future of our country, and it might be good for us. We're going to have gangbuster ratings next week, so I'm actually saying something that's against my own personal interest, I probably shouldn't say it, but It is, but it's bad for the country, terrible for the country.
Under question of basic fairness.
The obstruction of Congress for the president asserting his rights.
And the price is up and up and up. So my view is, let's get into the competition. The government lets contracts for all kinds of things. They let contracts to build buildings, they let contracts to build military weapons. Let's let the contracts out, put the contracts out, so that we can put more generic drugs out there and drive down those prices. This is a way to make markets work, not to try to move away from the market. You don't have to even use price controls. The whole idea behind it is get some competition out there so the price of these drugs that are no longer under patent drops where it should.
Senator Klobuchar, do you believe the government should be manufacturing drugs?
I am open to looking at it, but I would try these things first. Number one, I mentioned the Medicare negotiation. Number two, I have a plan, 137 things I found that the president can do herself in the first 100 days without Congress that are legal. And one of those things is that you can start bringing in less expensive drugs from other countries. Bernie and I had an amendment.
Not going to look very good, and the reason for that, Senator McConnell, I don't always agree with him, but I think he really hit the nail on the head. They did not take this process seriously. When you impeach a president, it's serious. You don't get up one day and hold a press conference and say, oh, we're now doing impeachment. You pass a resolution that says we're going to do an impeachment inquiry. You do it early enough to let people go to the courts and test whether or not they have to come testify. They could have subpoenaed McGahn for the impeachment much earlier. They could have subpoenaed Bolton for the impeachment, and the courts would have expedited the schedule, and the courts would have decided. So on that question, I really believe history will show, and the whole idea of her holding it for the last 2 weeks will show that she made a lot of tactical and strategic mistakes. All in all, she was not a serious person, and I think the judgment of history on her will be devastating.
All right, you're being very charitable, Saul. That's why we love to have you back on the show. You're the charitable guest tonight on the panel. Just really quickly, Bob Barr, I have to get you on this because the Democrats are already looking past the impeachment vote, not to do, prescription drugs or infrastructure, but to do more Russia investigation. This is Mike Quigley, a congressman today. Watch.
When this process is all over, the Committee on Intelligence will continue to investigate this president from all the issues relating to the Russian investigation, including money laundering. So I want the public to know that the investigation of this president, the desire to hold him accountable, will continue.
Okay, I haven't heard money laundering before, guys. I've heard extortion, bribery. I mean, everything. I have not heard that in a while. Bob, final thought.
What they're doing here is they are further eroding the entire process of the Intelligence Committee, which ought to be involved in serious oversight. It has no credibility whatsoever. They have done great damage to that process as well as to the constitutional process of impeachment.
Dismiss this now. That's some. I gotta make T-shirts up. I'll send each of you one. All right, gentlemen, thanks so much tonight. And coming up, where's Hunter? Mitch McConnell hinted today that he might be interested in calling Hunter Biden as a witness in the Senate trial. Democrats want witnesses. They want witnesses. Devin Nunes joins us next to discuss that and a forgotten witness at the heart of impeachment. Have you started your free trial of Fox Nation? Well, the time, my friend, is now. You can join today at foxnation.com, and Fox Nation is the perfect companion to Fox News. It features your favorite Fox News personalities, like you've never seen us before, and we go outside the studio to take you across the country and beyond the headlines with exclusive series, special documentaries that will entertain you and inform you. Check it out. So join today at foxnation.com to start watching these exclusive shows. Take a look at
Tommy heads to the border and rides along with our brave men and women of ICE for an up-close and personal look at the dangers threatening our nation and the courageous officers trying to protect it.
These people all have period of time beyond entry of the country.
It's 24 hours. Available now, only on Fox Station.
They may not be easy to spot. There are still frontiers. Big places full of possibilities. The unknown, where we must stand with confidence and grit. And as history teaches, when you go to these places, it's best to go in boots. Find your pair at Dakota's Western Goods Frontiers.
Somewhere in the Caribbean, there are 5-star luxury resorts where it's all inclusive all the time.
I've done it. I've had it. Had it with bladder issues. Only Azo Bladder Control does what Myers Advance can't. It supports bladder muscle strength to help reduce leakage and urgency.
Whenever weather comes your way.
I'm gonna turn off soon since no one's talking. Hope you guys have fun though. Thanks for joining. Remember, we got a bunch of sales going, new raffle going, new shirts in.
In 4 lanes. To secure your phone, don't forget the cup photo. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com. You never know when it's going to be a WeatherTech trade.
Do you have a box of videotapes, film reels, and photos that aren't ready? Legacy Box professionally converts them to DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud. Legacy Box is simple and safe, with over 500,000 satisfied customers. Visit legacybox.com today and get 40% off.
There are those who put on slack to prevent sun damage, and those who don't. There are those who take Beano before they eat to prevent discomfort, and those who don't. Don't be those who don't. Take Beano Ultra with 33% more gas and discomfort preventing power. America's stories, America's future, America's team. And Henry Johnson is from the news America is watching. The new America's Intro premieres Monday on Fox News Channel.
I see you Bob.
Look, these guys can make our house like totally amazing. Look at this. They can make the internet work in every room of the house.
That's animated Wi-Fi. It's wall to wall. It's not.
Mom, you much smarter than you are at home. Or turn the lights on.
These are also including 24/7 on the computer.
Does it tell you when it's bedtime?
I hope not.
Visit your neighborhood pop store today and learn how we can get you connected.
Hi, I'm Pablo with the Golden Law Firm. Gary and I are a husband and wife defense team handling serious felonies, misdemeanors, DUIs, and steals. Means that there's a way out.
And I'm hearing the part of even if you've already been convicted of a crime, there's still hope. We can help with any of those convictions once we don't have.
If your future is on the line, call the husband and wife defense team you can trust.
The Nolan Law Firm, 480-773-7901. That's 480-773-7901.
I love to have the whistleblower who fake report. I want to know what happened with the second whistleblower. What happened with the informer? Remember that an informer? They all disappeared when I gave the transcript.
I lost track of how many whistleblowers, informants. Well, the president raised some great points during my exclusive interview with him on Friday. What happened to the person who launched this entire impeachment sham? The connection to Adam Schiff. How many connections are there to Adam Schiff? Can't wait for Schiff to testify. And I've only heard from the whistleblower. They don't get any special immunity from testifying. If you thought that, you were wrong. Joining me now is Devin Nunes, ranking member of the House Intel Committee, Congressman. Washington Examiner's by New York asking this in a new piece. Is the Senate really going to try the president to take a vote on this removal from office based on investigation with such murky origins? How did this even get this far?
They've been held to impeach for 3 years. In your last panel, the guests were talking about, I think, former Congressman Barr. They've ruined and stepped all over the Constitution, but they've also ruined the House Intelligence Committee. At some point, I'd like to be able to come on this show and talk about the work that the people sent me here to do, which is to protect our country, serve on the House Intelligence Committee, and Ways and Means Committee, where we deal with trade issues and all the important issues that people actually care about.
The chance of an economy that is verging on being larger than ours, or the largest standing army. I know they're all coming into town, so we're not supposed to, China, but it's a threat. That's a threat to the United States.
The Republicans, we have an investigation on China. We still do. We're going to have legislation coming out on China, but You know, we have virtually no hearings whatsoever.
No, they are not interested in governing or representing the people. They're interested in the removal of the president. That's it. Now, I want to play something for you. This was Tammy Baldwin, Senator Baldwin. When the issue was raised of Hunter Biden, speaking of witnesses we haven't heard from, watch.
The idea for a trial is to have witnesses who have knowledge about the articles of impeachment that have been sent over or will be sent over from the House. It's abuse of power and it is obstruction of Congress. Hunter Biden really has no bearing on those things.
No relevance, Hunter Biden.
Well, clearly Biden has relevance along with all the Democratic operatives that were doing exactly what they accused Trump of doing. They were over in Ukraine digging up dirt on Trump. You asked also about, about Adam Schiff, what's he doing? I mean, he needs to testify. Everyone's guess is tomorrow that he's going to be one of the quote unquote managers that's going to be over in the Senate trying to prosecute this case.
So what does he do? He puts on the case and he walks over to the witness. Is there a witness stand? I know it's going to look. Hold on, let me put down this microphone and grab the mic. Go on the other side.
Well, yeah, but he needs to answer questions because he's a fact witness. He's the one that first had interactions with the whistleblower. And then you take on top of this new.
He says he's not a fact witness. He's on the view today. I know he saw it. You're sitting there with bonbons watching the video. Watch what he says. Oh, nice.
Would you, if asked, be willing to testify if you were subpoenaed?
Look, I'm not a fact witness, so other than mollifying the president, I'm not sure why the Senate would call me or Nancy Pelosi as a witness. Well, of course he's a witness. They just get away with this because the media is letting them get away with it. We still don't know how this whistleblower ever came to be, who on his staff that they talked to. We find out new things all the time, right? Like we just found out the other day that Mary McCord, former DOJ personnel, have been advising the Democrats. We didn't know about that.
No, let Parnas.
Let Parnas is.
We got these notes of like scrabble on a Ritz Chrome Indiana notepad, and we're supposed to all think, oh, the Democrats have a smoking gun. This is ridiculous. This says nothing. This is not even dated. What is
this? This is the guy. So who's Adam Schiff hanging out with? Parnas. Parnas, who's been indicted on serious federal crimes. The Democrats have been in negotiations to try to get this guy some type of nullification of his agreement. But remember, this guy has lied about me. He's lied about us several times. He's lied about our staff. This is not someone who is a credible witness for anything.
Mike Flynn has withdrawn his guilty plea in court today due to the government's bad faith, vindictiveness, and breach of his plea agreement. What else can you tell us?
Well, we knew from early on in 2017 that Michael Flynn did not lie to the FBI. We actually put that in our report. It didn't come out until 2018 after Flynn had already pled. But there were several of us as witnesses. We also told the highest levels of DOJ that we had been briefed by the FBI that Flynn didn't lie to the FBI.
So here's the mouthpiece for the hammer. The steam section, space tech section, and then some blue V that's below blue and black light.
And then to add to that, I want to make sure everybody understands this. We put it on a report. Okay, and some of the things that General Flynn is saying in what he gave at the court today, withdrawing his plea, he's saying he's been treated unfairly. Remember, we put this in our report in 2018, and for some reason, it was redacted. We had to fight for what seemed a couple of months in order to get that unredacted. So, we're witnesses here too. We were briefed by the FBI that Flynn didn't lie. And, I just don't see he needs to withdraw the plea, and I guess, some of us need to speak on his behalf.
And
the FBI should have this information.
Vindictive prosecution withholding exculpatory evidence. That's a real no-no, along with fudging stuff in the FISA court. So there seems to be a pattern of misbehavior.
Oh. Is this Nikki? Who is this?
Oh, shit, dude.
Oh, there it is.
Good. Yeah.